Hi, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to another video. I'm really excited about this one. So as you can tell by the title, this series is going to be me playing other people's TBR games. I probably won't do it every month, but playing other people's TBR games to help pick my TBR. Because sometimes you just pick a list of books and you're like, okay, like, yeah, I want to read them, but it didn't excite me to just sit there and kind of pick out books. So I figured if picking out the books was more exciting, maybe I could read them faster and be more excited about what I was reading, because 2024 has been a god shit awful reading year for me. So we're trying to turn it around. We're trying to put the enjoyment back into my books. In today's video, I'm going to be playing Play Your TBR Right, which was created by Gavin from Gavin Reads It All. I will link his channel and his Play Your TBR Right playlist down below. He is so funny when he does these videos. Gavin doesn't do Play Your TBR Right anymore, but I remember watching the first few times that he posted the Play Your TBR Right videos, and every time he posted a Play Your TBR Right video, it was just pure chaos, and something about Gavin's personality and presence on camera literally had me biting my fucking nails as if I was like playing for $1 million and my whole life was on the line, whether he won or lost. I don't think I'm gonna be that exciting. I could never do him justice. He is amazing, an absolute king, if you would. So the rules for Play Your TBR Right, if I'm remembering correctly, I did watch a couple of his videos earlier today because I got nervous that I was gonna forget how to play. But the rules, as far as I understand them, is you place 5 cards in a line. You have one book on one side that you're not as excited to read and one book on the other side that you are excited to read. And then after flipping your first card, you have to guess higher or lower for the next card in line, and you have to keep doing that until you get all of the guesses correct to be able to play your TBR right and be able to put the book you wanted to read more on your TBR. Gavin also had some other rules where I believe you get 1 card swap per round. I don't know if a round is the whole video, like if one round is 1 month or if one round is each set of books. I think it was each set of books. So I'm just gonna say I get 1 swap per set of books. And if you get 2 of the same cards in a row, so for example, if I flip and get a 9 and then the next card is also a 9, I believe that you can redraw for the second card because it would be a tie since they're the same number. And then as you're redrawing your card, you have to guess, is it going to be higher or lower than the 9 that you originally got as you flip it? And then you go from there. I don't think I'm missing any rules. I feel like that's all of them. I know that Gavin also kept track of how many losses he got. So he would have a punishment or a danger round, so to speak. If you got X amount of losses, then he would have some sort of relevant punishment. I can't really remember. I only watched the first 3 videos today just to reacquaint myself with the rules. I don't think any of the videos I saw he had a punishment in, but since I'm only going to be doing this once, I probably just won't keep track of my losses because I do want to play a bunch of different TBR games in the next coming months. I don't know if I'll do one next month because I will have a lot of family visiting me next month. So next month is going to be hectic. So I really wanted to do this one first because it was the first TBR game I like really remember being like, I need to play that for myself immediately, but then I never did. Whereas like, you know, a lot of other creators TBR games, they made readathons out of them. So you get to play them even though you're just a viewer. You get to be a part of it and get to participate. So as much as I love those other TBR games, and I will be playing some other popular ones soon, I really wanted to do this one because I never got to play it before. So before I get to my first set of books, I do want to talk about some books that I have to read regardless, so I'm not going to put them in a bracket. My book club over on Fable is still reading Empire of the Vampire by Jay Kristoff. I'm not going to talk about it. I just talked about it last month, and you probably know what it's about anyways because it's so popular. But we have been reading this for the month of June. I actually haven't started yet. It's a reread for me, and we will be continuing this all the way to the end of July, and then we'll have a new pick for August. So if you want to read this with us, it's going to be linked down below. I don't have the book with me. I forgot it upstairs, and I meant to bring it down for the video, but I am also doing a buddy read of Assassin's Blade with my friend Danny. I'll link her Instagram down below. She posts about books. She really loves thrillers and romance. So if you're a thriller and romance girly, follow her on Instagram. Also, I am currently still reading The Solstice Court by Jay Juniper. I'm about 72% through my reread and I am loving it. I have been making it last so long on purpose because it doesn't come out until September 20th, and I really want to do a dedicated review for that before it comes out in September. So I've been making my reread last a little extra longer because I'm not ready to be done with it quite yet. And I'm also currently reading None of the Ninth, and I am about, I want to say 30 or 40% into this book, and it is so good. I literally can't explain to you what it's about at all because I'm not really sure what the plot is. There's kind of like a plot, but then there's a lot of mystery underlying it. So I am just confused and I'm enjoying the confusion. It's a roller coaster, and I know from reading the other 2 books in the series that by the end, it'll be like a big aha moment where everything comes together and your mind is just blown. So I'm just going with it. So I need to finish those 2 books. If I don't finish these by the end of June, it is currently June 25th. So I still have a few days left, but if I don't finish those by the end of June, I need to finish those 2 books that I'm currently reading, as well as my book club book and my buddy read with Danny. Hey, Rachel, who was just filming 10 minutes ago, is a dumbass and forgot to talk about my buzzword readathon challenge pick. So for the month of July, the prompt is measurement. So I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook for Salt Grows Heavy, the measurement being heavy. And I don't know anything about this, but I read Cassandra Caw's other book called Nothing But Blackened Teeth, and I thought it was really good and had potential. I didn't love it. I think I gave it about a 3.5 stars, but I've heard Salt Grows Heavy is better, and it is short and it's an audiobook. So that will be great for me next month. Back to other Rachel. Without further ado, let's get our first set of books. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do like categories for each bracket, each set of books. So for my first category, I have one of my newest purchases and one of the oldest books on my TBR. I love that juxtaposition because I do want to read them both, but I really want to read the newest one first in July, and then the oldest book on my TBR, it's like I definitely want to read it, but I just don't know when because I've had it for so long. So the first book that I do want to read is Delicious Monsters by Lascelles Sandberry. As far as I can tell, this book follows 2 timelines. In one timeline, we are with a character named Brittany, and she is researching what happened to the girl in the other timeline whose name is Daisy. And I believe that Daisy ended up staying at a haunted house with her mother at some point, and Daisy either disappeared or died. I'm not really sure. The synopsis is pretty vague on what happened to her, but something happened to her. I think she disappeared. So Brittany and her mother, I think, might end up moving into that same house decades later, and Brittany is finding all these clues and looking into what happened to Daisy. And at the same time, Brittany is also exposing her narcissistic mother's bullshit, and she has to choose whether she wants to take the opportunity to expose her mother and fight for her own freedom, or if she wants to take the opportunity to dive deeper and discover what happened to Daisy and possibly find her body or save her. And this sounds amazing. I can't wait to read it. So this will be going on the want to read this month side. The other book that I do want to read eventually, but I don't want to read it in July, is The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima. I have had this book for literally so long. I think I actually had it for at least 8 or 9 years. And don't get me wrong, it sounds good. I actually read the first 2 pages recently when I was filming my entire physical TBR video, because I was kind of like, do I keep it or do I unhaul it? But I read the first 2 pages and I was like, no, that's actually interesting. I really want to read it. So like I said, I do want to read it. It's just not high on my priority. So I would prefer if Delicious Monsters won, but this one is a good second runner up if I fail. All I know about this is that there is this mountain village where they're having a rough time. It's just like a poor village. Some shit is going down. There's a thief named Han who is reformed, and now he's taking care of his mother and his sister. And I believe that he ends up in a situation where he has to protect them. I don't know anything else about it, and I don't really want to know about it because I've heard that the series is amazing, even though it is older. And I feel like because it is older, the synopsis might spoil a little bit because I know that used to happen a lot. I just glanced at the back real quick and I saw the word amulet, and then I'm seeing this picture on the cover. So I'm assuming Han finds this magic amulet and it makes bad things happen. And that sounds great. Can't wait. I don't want to read it in July. I actually do want to get to it later this year because it is one of the oldest books on my TBR, and I'm really trying to work on that, you guys. So hold me accountable. But I would prefer to read this maybe in like November because it feels fall to me. So this is going on the side that I will read if I fail. I hope that you guys can see this. I did check the framing before I started recording, but I'm gonna have to put my cards down here, I think, because I don't think they'll stand up on my spaceship. On my spaceship. So again, this side on the left is the side I prefer not to read this month, and this side on the right is the side I really want to get to in July. Okay, let's shuffle my Doom Slug cards. Like, also just look how cute they are. I really got to show you one. They're just a bunch of Doom Slugs eating cute fruits. This is the back. Oh, adorable. These came in the Year of Sanderson box, and I haven't had a chance to use them yet. This was the perfect excuse to crack them out. They say go fish on them, like on the box, but I mean, it's a deck of cards. You can play whatever you want with them. Oh God, I'm scared. Do a little shuffle. I did also shuffle these earlier today, but I want to give it a secondary shuffle on camera so everyone knows I'm not cheating. Okay, hopefully you can see this bottom row where I'm going to place the cards. So I believe it's 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have to split them up. 4. We'll do this so they're a little closer together. There we go. 4. Oh, he's upside down. 5. Don't flip over. I don't want to cheat. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. The first card is an ace. Oh, I forgot to mention in the rules. Gavin's rules were that the ace is a 1, which is the lowest, and then a king is the highest. So this is the lowest card, so I'm gonna say higher. Oh my God, a 2. Okay, everyone saw me shuffle, right? I swear this isn't rigged. I'm gonna say higher. A jack. Okay. I'm gonna say, oh my God, wait. No, this is scary. This is scary. I really want to read Delicious Monsters. Okay, a jack, queen, king. So there's only 2 higher than a jack. Okay, I'm gonna say lower. Wish me luck. Oh my God, a 5. Okay. Okay. One left for victory. 5. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. That's only 4 lower. So there's more higher. So I'm gonna say higher. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. A 3. Fuck, I lost. Okay, well, I lost. So I will be reading The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima in July. I thought I was gonna win my first round because, you know, beginner's luck. Well, beginner's luck my ass because I lost. But luckily, I think I can get through this quick. It's YA. The font is kind of large. Oh God, it is long though. Let's see. Don't look at the words, just look at the numbers. Don't look at the words, just look at the numbers. This is 506 pages long. Pray for me. Luckily, I don't have any house guests at the beginning of July, just at the end. So I'm gonna have to read my ass off, I think, this month. Oh God, what have I done? The next category that I have for my book battle is Christopher Paolini. So I've actually never read any of his books, but I own 2 of them. I have Aragon and To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. I just bought Aragon in January because the new book came out, and I know that this series was beloved for such a long time, and then I think it was like 4 or 5 years since the last book, and then Murtaugh came out. It kind of just reignited my intrigue for this series. All I know about this book is I think a boy finds a dragon egg. And I love dragons, so that's a good enough reason for me to want to read it. This book is heavy. All I know about To Sleep in a Sea of Stars is that it's about a girl named Kira who has always dreamed about finding life on other planets. I think she wants to make contact with intelligent life forms, and I believe that she is mining on an uncolonized planet when she awakens something scary. So this is like sci-fi, maybe a little bit of like a dash of sci-fi horror, which I absolutely fucking love. So I really want to read this one, and I really want to read this one. I don't know which one I want to put on the winning side. I feel like this one for me kind of is a win-win no matter what. Let's do this by number of pages because I'm not going to have a lot of reading time with my son home for summer break until he's asleep at night. So this book is 497 pages. The font is not that big, but the margins are kind of big. And this book is... Ooh, I really love these end papers actually. It's ominous for sure. Ominous space creepy vibes. 825 pages. Shit. So the tiebreaker was book length. This is 490, I think, and this is 820. So this is gonna go on my failure side. I really need to win because the other book that I just put on my TBR was also 500 pages. So wish me luck. Oh no. Oh. I dropped it. Okay, well, after the video, I'll have to place something very heavy on there to fix that mistake. Sorry, book. I'm so sorry. Is this a bad omen? Does this mean I'm not gonna win this round? Oh, so sorry about that, Aragon. Really didn't mean to do that to you. Although I'm kind of glad it was you and not To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, because that one would have broke my toe. Okay, giving these cards another good shuffle because last round they were a little too close together at the beginning. All right, I really hope you guys can see this. I am shuffling. I'm mixing. That should be good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what the first card is. So the first card is a 2. Okay. Higher. And if it's a 1, I'm gonna eat my foot. A 6. Okay. Do I think the cards are tricking me again? I'm gonna go higher. Fuck, I'm really scared actually. This is a big book. Why did I do this? I regret my choices. Okay, I'm gonna say higher. Please be higher. A 10. Okay, a 10. Okay, a 10. So what's higher than a 10? Jack, queen, king. So there's only 3. I'm gonna say lower. Oh shit. But what if it's higher? I really need to win because this book is so big. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna say a 10. I'm gonna say lower. Lower than a 10. Lower than 10. Lower than 10. I'm scared. An ace. Fuck yes. Guaranteed win, baby. Unless I get another ace. That would really suck. Okay. Higher than an ace. Yeah. A 4. Yes. Let's go. The book I will be adding on to my TBR is Aragon by Christopher Paolini. Phew. That was close. My heart is actually racing. Oh my God. Why is this game so stressful? I think it's so stressful because you really can't control what the cards are. I mean, you can shuffle as much as you want, but unless you're counting cards or cheating, like you have no control over that. This was a good win because I really needed the smaller book on my TBR. Ow, fuck, I tripped. I stubbed my toe. So the next category I have for the book battle is series I'm currently reading and want to continue. I am really bad at starting a series and then finishing it all the way to the end. I don't binge series back to back. I do read other series in between, and then sometimes I get sidetracked and forget to go back to the other series that I already started. For this category, I have Vestergrim from the Legend of Eries on Sea series, and I have Vengeful from the Villain's Duology. Vestergrim is the book that I will be putting on the side if I win. This is such a cute middle grade. I find these really fun. I love the 2 main characters working together to solve mysteries. Herbie and Violet, they're on the cover there. I don't know if you can see them. In book 1, Violet gets swept up into this town called Cheery on Sea. But in the winter, the sign falls apart and it's called Erie on Sea. And her and Herbie go on a great adventure to solve a mystery. I don't want to say anything else in case I spoil it because it is a middle grade and they are so short. It's about 320 pages. But I just think these kids are so endearing and I love the town. The townsfolk are just kooky and wild and so silly. And there's always like a cute little moral of the story. And I just think it's adorable and I can't wait to read these with my son when he gets a little bit older and he can start reading chapter books. Vengeful by V.E. Schwab is the sequel to Vicious, and in Vicious, these 2 characters, Eli and Victor, discover extraordinaries, which basically just means superheroes. They realize that if you have a near-death experience, you can gain superpowers. And in book 1, they do this experiment, shenanigans ensue, they end up hating each other, it's dramatic, it's exciting, it's action-packed, it's a little sad. It's a great book. I don't know what this one's about. I do know that there's a new character in this one named Marcella. I think she's also extraordinary. So I'm excited to read this and finally knock it off my series list because I am reading, oh, that looked like I was picking my nose. I'm not, sorry, I have an itch. I'm excited to read this and finally knock it off my series list because I have a lot of series I'm currently reading. Spoiler alert, you'll see it in a video soon. This will be going on the side that I don't want to read in July because it is almost 500 pages and I really need to add a short book on there. But if I fail and I get to this one, at least it will be a completed duology off my list. I feel like I shoveled them really good last time. I'm just gonna do a little mix up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to put the slugs facing up because then the cards are not upside down. 5. Oh God, I just got nervous giggles. Let's see what the first card is. Ooh, the first card is a 5. Oh my God, also, and it's so cute. Doomslug's eating cherries. Adorable. Okay. 5. I'm gonna say, fuck, I really need to win. I don't want to read this one yet. I really need to win so I can have something easy to fly through. Okay, I'm gonna say higher than a 5. Like, statistically speaking, that's the smart choice, right? Okay, higher than a 5. Oh my God, it's a 4. So the book I'm adding to my TBR is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. Not that I don't want to read it. I do. It's just 500 pages. And the other 2 books were both also 500 pages. It's gonna be... And if I don't finish the 2 books I'm currently reading, and I have to read my book club book, and oh my God, this is stressful. Okay, I have 1 category left and I need it to be a win for me. And the last category that I'm gonna do today for Player TBR Right is ebooks. So the book that I want to read and I'm gonna put on the winning side is Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Faerie Abike Amide. And I absolutely loved her other book. I thought it was fast, fun, a little creepy, a little scary. It was giving Gossip Girl. It was giving Get Out. And I loved it so much. I devoured it in 2 days and I just thought her writing was really good. Like, Just solid, fun, good writing. I felt so much for the characters. And normally I don't love an epilogue, but that epilogue had me in tears. I was just in tears. I won't spoil it. I won't say anything else, but that epilogue, it had me sobbing a little bit, okay? And the other book I want to read, but don't know if I want to read it in July, but I do want to read it soon, is The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Katherine Arden. I read her other book series, which is the Winter Night trilogy, and it is one of my favorite polar fantasy trilogies of all time. Fantastic writing. It's so beautiful. The way that she wrote it, it feels like a really old folklore story that got passed down that I'm now reading in the current day. Absolutely amazing. I've read it like 3 times. It's beautiful. It's stunning. So I film on my phone. I don't have the synopses in front of me, but I think Where Sleeping Girls Lie is about a girl who ends up going to a boarding school, kind of like a preppy boarding school, and her roommate disappears on the first night there. People think it's her. She's a suspect. I believe she has to clear her name. She kind of investigating, seeing what happened, you know, looking into it. And it just sounds incredible. Also, the cover is stunning. And The Warm Hands of Ghosts is about the warm hands of ghosts. It's been a hot minute since I've read the summary and I don't have it in front of me because I film on my phone and I wasn't prepared. I wasn't sure what my last category of books would be, so I didn't prepare ahead of time, and that's my bad. Maybe editing Rachel can fix my mistake. Hi, editing Rachel here to tell you about The Warm Hands of Ghosts. So I just read the synopsis online. This story is about a girl named Laura who has a brother in the war, and I believe that she is a field nurse and he's in the war as a soldier. And one day she gets discharged and ends up going to work in a private hospital in Canada. She hears that her brother died in combat, but she has a feeling that he didn't. So she ends up looking into his death, and apparently there were whispers of haunted trenches on the battlefield, and there was also a strange hotel where apparently guests would drink a specific wine given to them by the hotelier and they would fall into oblivion. And we also follow the brother's point of view as she's searching for him. We follow him in his quest to escape being buried alive. I don't know how long that lasts, if he makes it out or not, but that's all I know. Back to filming, Rachel. Also, I will use 2 prop books to just kind of physically denote the sides. That way I don't forget which one's which. Since I have both of these authors' other books, I will use their books as stand-ins. So, Ace of Spades will stand in for Where Sleeping Girls Lie here with Faerie on it, and The Bear and the Nightingale will stand in here for The Warm Hands of Ghosts with Catherine on it. Giving it a shuffle. Okay, this is the last round. All right, cards. This is the last round. I'm gonna give you my positive energy. I need a win. I need a win. Although as ebooks, I think they're gonna be quicker for me to read, so honestly, I don't really think it even matters, but I just really wanna read Where Sleeping Girls Lie. 1, 2, try not to peek, but I need to turn the card around. 3, 4, why are these all upside down? I guess I could just turn the whole thing. 5. Okay, let's look at our first card. Oh, a joker. Oh wait, this is pretty. So only thing higher than a joker is a queen and a king. So I'm gonna say lower than a joker. Oh, it's a fucking queen. Well, the joker's on me because I thought it wouldn't be higher than a joker. That had to be the fastest failure in history. So my last book for Player TBR Right that I will be reading in July is The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Katherine Arden. I'm not disappointed at all. I just thought it was so funny how I was like, it can't be higher than a joker. There's only 2 cards higher than a joker. And then, surprise, you're the joker, bitch. That concludes my first ever Game On with Player TBR Right, created by Gavin at Gavin Reads It All. So in July, I will be reading Empire of the Vampire, The Demon King, Aragon, Vengeful, The Warm Hands of Ghosts, as well as Assassin's Blade, and finishing The Solstice Court and Nona the Ninth. I regret all my choices. I had such a good time playing Player TBR Right for my July TBR. I really hope that you had a good time watching it. I was stressed out. My heart was pounding. I'm actually a little bit sweaty now, so I think I'm gonna go sit under a fan for a few minutes because that was intense. And I'm still just cackling at my epic failure for the last round. If you've made it this far, leave a Joker emoji. I think there's a Joker card emoji. So leave a Joker card emoji or some kind of card in honor of Player TBR Right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!